Okay, 1240, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. We get black for this one. Our opponent, oh, it's a new account, only 3 days old, so no real games on it. So the actual rating could be anything. Let's hope it's a legitimate account. I'll stick to the carro. You never know these days, but we'll see if it plays at a 1240 level. So you can pretty much pre-move d5 here. Knight up. What do I want to do? I'll play a6. Okay, comes up there, so takes is good, bishop up is good, all kind of standard. It's nice to get the bishop out the chain, I tend to think, so I'll do out the bishop and pin the knight, then look to capture. If takes, we'll take back. We've covered the bishop check, so he comes forward, and I think knight up is a move, e6 is a move. I'll go solid, play up here. So knight up to charge the centre. If you push knight in, he's now covered that. What do I want to do? I think knight up is still a good move though. Because you can always drop back, but you can go forward and maybe just sack a pawn. Knight takes, bishop takes, get the queen up somewhere, get active. And just get castled. It gets one of these pieces off the board. And we're threatening just to take now. He's played forward to attack us, so can we just sack everything here or anything? If we take here, go with a pawn, it's probably somebody who's not really a 1240 level player. That's what I'm a bit concerned about because it's a brand new account. So what if I take here? We attack these pieces. Say bishop takes, knight takes. If you take here, we can take here anywhere. If we take here, queen takes, it's all good, isn't it? But I think taking here with the pawn, I'm going to go this way. We gain a pawn. If we lose a piece, we'll gain a piece. And then we'll lose a pawn back. Okay, he chooses to take. So we've gained a pawn, lost a pawn. Now we'll gain a piece and we'll lose one of these pieces. Then we can always drop the knight back. He takes that way. So we can always take here. We can go back here. We can drop back. I kind of like the idea of doing it like this, but there's nothing wrong with trading, I don't think. Say queen takes, bishop up, it takes a lot of the sting out, doesn't it? I think I'm going to do that. We could try and grab a pawn if he goes with a queen. He's got the pawn and bishop as well. He's gone with the queen. So if we take a pawn, you've got the dangerous rook across. And it probably is dangerous, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to develop the bishop and try and get rid of the bishop, and if you castle, I'll castle, but queen across, you've got all sorts of threats coming if you get the bishop in and so on. Like queen here, bishop down is a threat, you target this pawn, it's a threat. He chose to take, so we'll take back. Now it's a lot less risky. We can castle and play a pawn forward if we need to close the diagonal. So he's guarded his pawn. I'm going to actually develop my knight first and threaten to come across and hit the bishop. But yeah, when somebody's on the account 3 days old, you've no real idea of what level they should be. 26 games, is that what it was? It's enough to establish a level, but you just never know. You never really know. I'm going to develop my knight here and just attack this bishop. I'm happy to trade and simplify. Get castled, and then hopefully I should be able to outplay my opponent in the end game, but we'll find out as we go along. He's played rook across, so I'm now going to get castled. If I take it, allows him activity, the rook comes across, it's still got some issues to figure out. He could drop the bishop back and line up on the pawn, but we do have hopefully g6 if we need it. Or knight in and queen up could be useful, depends again how he plays it. Yeah, I should have taken actually on reflection, I think, because I could have always castled queen side if the rook got active. Should have got rid of that bishop. But it's done. It's done. But I think bishop back is and queen across is probably my sensible idea. Boy, he's just offered a queen trade. Now I can take here first, or I can take here, take here. That should be good either way. But I'm going to take the bishop first. And if it gives him a chance to blunder, he shouldn't. He should go with the rook, and he does. So now I'm going to simplify. He's playing it rather well so far, isn't he? Rather well. I'm going to bring the rook behind the pawn. If he doubles up here, I've got f6, and I'll prepare to push. But so far you wouldn't think there's a 900 point rating gap. Let's hope I can outplay him in the end game, but we'll find out. I'll bring this rook across and try and cover this. Then I'm going to try and just edge forward, gradually push forward. We could get bold and go up too, I'm not sure. But just slowly and steadily does it, and then try and find somewhere to edge forward. It's one of the slight issues with the Caro. It's very balanced. You're just trying to get the equalizer position, but it's difficult sometimes to crack through. Now he's weakened this pawn here, so can I do this now with a view to doubling up? He's got king across, and then we'll try and march, I guess. I think I can. There's not actually much else to do unless I strike out. So do I strike out now? And if down takes, and go to the open file. But I've got to be careful about this pawn push. So here, down, takes, then I can't take back this way, so I don't want to do that. So I'm actually going to play f6, my first idea, and bring the king up, guard the rook and the pawn. Then I'm free to move a rook. Whereas now, if I take, I do cover this at least, but playing this really well and pretty quickly as well. I think king up and king up is probably a good plan for white. I'm going to play king here. But he's really launched one. Okay, so I like king here just to guard the rook and pawn. Then my rook's free to push forward and at some point hopefully strike out. But it's got to be right to bring the king up and guard this. That's the whole point of pushing here. Do I strike out here? And if you take, we could take the rook. So here, if you push, we've got takes, and it gives you an isolated pawn. So e5 might be the move here. If you play king up, we could always take with a check. I guess rook takes. It could really simplify down. So what do I want to do? E5 is the attacking move, isn't it? And then you play king up. What if we go here? Rook takes, and you wouldn't have pawn takes. So I like e5. It's striking out in the center. I'm going to play e5. If he pushes, I think we'll just take. Say everything takes. He's got an isolated pawn, and the king should be able to come across. Doesn't mean it can, but should be able to. So he does indeed do that. He's playing quickly. I know I'm slightly up on the clock, but obviously I've got a much higher rating. It's got to be right to take here and try and give him an isolated pawn. That's why we played there. Is it worth a push here? Kicks him back. I don't think it is at this stage. If he goes with a rook takes, isolated pawn, I've got rook across immediately and he can't defend the pawn. So he's gone with the pawn, probably correct. So I think now we need to decide, are we going to target this? Are we going to now push and try and bring the king in? I think that makes sense now. I'm going to attack the rook now and try and go here and bring the king into the center. And pushing here, try and guard, but he has got a second pawn to push as well. I mean, I can spend a move trying to double the rooks up, but if I can bring the king in, it's an extra piece to attack the pawn with. That's my logic. Right, so he has gone there. So I assume I want to go up here now. Let's do that. If he pushes, we can guard here. But he has got a second pawn to push with, so it could become problematic, this. But I'm trying to go up here and double attack this, but he's found it. He's found it quickly, hasn't he? He's not playing like a 1240 level player, so we'll check the account after the game. But I do that with everybody I play, to be fair. But if he sees this move and he sees it quickly, yeah, no, this is getting a little bit skeptical now. I don't think this is a 1240 I'm playing. I'll push on. It could be, like I say, just a 3-day-old account with hardly any games, so you just never know, unfortunately. But I think I can still step up here and come in. I'm going to bring the king forward, try and come here and double attack the pawn and stop his king marching up. That's what I'm trying to do. But he's got a 2-on-1 here if he can make it work. If he can make it work. If we can just win a valuable pawn, get a rook off, free up the other rook, then we are up a pawn. So he's marched forward. So if I go here now, then if we end up trading, this pawn's going to be loose. So king here I like, and it stops rook here, doesn't it? So king here stops him going here. And I can then double the rook up. Okay, that pushes me into it. But now I'm guarding these pawns, and I should be able to win this. If he goes here, he just loses the rook in the game. So he can't play rook here. Just watch out for that. Oh, and he has. He's missed it. So that's the first move where it's gone wrong at this sort of rating level you might expect, and it just wins the game. He's played tremendously well up to this point, and it's just a one-move mistake in it. Let's see what it was in engine speak. The pause so we don't accidentally start another game. So we've got 31 moves. They're the move times for both players. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem with new accounts these days. So that's why you get a bit skeptical. But oh, indeed, we have blundered it. We are worse. We've dropped a bad blunder here. And it's +5 for white. So we've blundered on move 30. Rook e7 is a serious blunder. I just moved it, not focused. And it's obviously a bad blunder. Ooh, let's see what that was. So, yeah, he's played really well, only tremendously well. It's 72 and 51 on the accuracy, but not brilliant, not brilliant. Let's just see what that blunder was. So I should have taken on f3 first. Bishop takes was a blunder, but it's only back to level. You see, nothing being flagged from either side. He's playing it tremendously well. Maybe I should have tried to keep the queen on the board. And here he shouldn't have pushed. He should have pushed the other pawn here. So we're 1.6 now, but we've got a bad blunder coming up move 30. So we'll just quickly flick through to that. I just moved without really focusing, didn't I? So let's see what we've done here. Oh, we allowed some sacrifice with rook takes. Then he's got this. Maybe. But it goes to +5 for white. We have indeed. So rook takes, king takes, rook check. There we move. Rook takes, and you're going to keep this pawn. It's just finished. Wow. If you see that move, the game is just finished. Or it should be. And then one move later, he's just blundered the game away. But I didn't pay attention there, did I? Didn't pay attention to the fact that you've got this sacrifice. That's not good. That's not good. So where is it? I'm just trying to look at these moves. So we played rook here. He takes here. King takes. Rook check. King back. Takes. Push the pawn. The king comes forward. And trying to get this. If the rook comes off, it's hopeless. So we can't afford to take there. We're going to have to put the king behind the pawn and free up the rook. But then it's just curtains, isn't it? Just going to get another pawn. With correct play it is anyway. So very fortunate with that one.